Andy Warhol was a gay, speed-addicted celebrity vampire who fed on the souls and life force of young artists. He was moody, grim, and cutting, but histrionic and desperate for attention. So much so that the people around him began calling him Drella, a pejorative combination of Dracula and Cinderella. At the height of his fame, he opened his art studio to the world, a former factory industrial space in New York City dubbed the Silver Factory, where Andy maintained an open-door policy to literally anybody who wanted to come in, all the while filming avant-garde movies and films with a bizarre array of zany characters. These people often played characters that resembled their real selves. This included scores of legendary 60s drag queens, tragic supermodels like Edie Sedgwick, rock stars like Lou Reed and Nico from Velvet Underground, and psychopathic zinester and murderer Valerie Solanas. In the center of this rat's nest of weird art, drugs, and disaster was the enigmatic and famous Andy Warhol, who just years before was working a little desk job at an ad agency, working as an illustrator. Back then he was in his early 20s, balding, unloved, and quiet as a church mouse. He lived with his mother. He had boyfriends, but he never truly got close to any of them. His work picked up and demand for his illustrations grew. He got sick of balding and he went wig shopping, where first he found a sensible wig that matched his natural hair color, but he later left it behind for a wig that would come to define him for generations and generations. It was a fuck-ass bob wig he bought in Snow White. It was during this time that Andy would truly chase stardom, abandon his life as a quiet sad boy, and become the king of the freaks at his gritty avant-garde movie studio in New York. If you're curious and you don't know a lot about art history, I strongly encourage you to let Andy's media, his work, and the things that he wrote and did speak for themselves. There are a lot of documentaries too where people that were close to him, people in his cohort, his co-creators, the people that he worked with, they also speak for him and tell you how he was. And these are credible sources that paint a very robust and nuanced picture of this strange and weird artist from the 20th century. Personally, I love a chaotic celebrity. I love a villain. I love a crazy, psychopathic, messy person who's going to go on Instagram Live and do fucked up shit. And I think Andy Warhol really fits that bill, but in a historical way. That's why I'm so fascinated and enamored with his work and his legacy. But I encourage you, if you heard that Andy Warhol sucks and that's all you know about him, so you look no further, you're doing yourself a disservice. Look into this guy, figure out what he was about, learn about the art, learn about the whatever, and make that decision for yourself. But at the same time, you learned a lot about art, about culture, about pop culture, and about creation and what it means to be an artist. If you like this video, thank you. Love you guys. Follow for more. Peace.